Insight, a wonderful thing, especially when you listen to it and appreciate what it really means. Titus James here, always guiding and motivating you to achieve your dreams and more. So, here's another insight session, and this is where I give to you what's in my mind and my thoughts, so that you can listen to it and make your own mind up on whether you think it's beneficial for you, whether you think you can gain something from it. Now, I know you can, but it's up to you to always make your own decision. So, I've been thinking about the whole idea of what you do every day and how it's affected by external sources. So, you might be sitting there thinking, what do you really mean by that? What's an external source? Well, these are what I like to call the truths. And the truths are the things that you know are right and wrong by your feelings and the thoughts that create those feelings. So you might be sitting there now thinking, well, what are you talking about? That could be a lot of things. It begins with your relationships. Your relationship with yourself and then your relationship with others. Now, lots of us will say, I want to do this or I want to do that. And then we'll talk of how we're influenced by others into either doing it or not doing it. But that decision we always make based on many factors. Not all of those factors are led by our own personal choices. So you'll find that through life there are things that you wouldn't take, for example, from a stranger, but you will take from somebody who you know based on the nature of the relationship you have with them. These are the truths that I'm talking about. You know what you should be doing. You also know that that's not what you're actually doing. So you have that fight within yourself that says, you know what to do, so why aren't you doing it? These kinds of situations will get in the way. They will affect your motivation. They will affect your inspiration. And they will affect how you allow your thinking mind to help you create a more wonderful life day by day. So what do? Well, the insight side of me says, you've got to listen to how you're feeling. A lot of the time you won't be able to explain why you're feeling in that way, but you will feel in a particular way and you'll have a choice that comes up in your mind based on that feeling. For example, a good friend of mine was telling me about taking a holiday today. He just didn't feel like paying for an expensive holiday. Now, it's not because he doesn't do worthy work to earn a living and afford to pay for it. It was just a feeling. Now I said to him, well, when you get that kind of feeling, you can follow it or you can start to battle against it because the feeling is in contradiction to what you either want or, and this is the powerful one, what you think that you want. So why are you thinking it? Could be lots of external sources making you think that, either because you think you should, based on who you are, what you do, take a holiday every year, either because you have the money in the bank, or because family is saying that's what they want to do. These reasons are all outside of you. Now, the sad thing that happens is we allow that judgment to affect our decision. So although the feeling comes up and without judging it, you could just follow it, soon as we start to judge it, as in, why am I feeling that way? Why don't I want to do what I'm thinking of doing? Why? What if? As soon as you get to that point, then you'll find that you have more arguments in contradiction to the feeling, and the feeling will almost start to quiet and wither away. However, it's still there. Feelings can come up for multiple reasons. A lot of the time, like I say, you're not looking for the reason why, or you're not looking to judge it, but you actually appreciate you have the feeling. Back in Africa, they used to say, follow your feelings. You never know where it's coming from. You never know why you feel that way, but follow the feeling. So hence, you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to go somewhere, and then all of a sudden you feel like, I don't really want to do it today. Your mind should say, do I have to or do I not have to? If I don't have to, I can follow that feeling and not go. If I have to, why have I got this feeling? That's when you may not get an answer. So then you're just making a decision. You either go or you don't go. A lot of the time, as soon as you make the decision, you will get a corresponding feeling. I'm not going to go. Oh, that's okay. I did feel like not going. Or, I'm going to go. Oh, but I don't really feel like going. these feelings will get in the way of you actually taking inspired action. And that's something that is wonderful. That's something that you are always looking to do. Take inspired action. So, what's the insight that I can give you from this? You have to pay attention to your feelings. They're based on your thoughts. Now, you can let them pass by. You can go with the flow of life, and you will get to wherever you get to. Or you can try and take a handle on it and try and actually produce something based on those feelings, without judging it, without trying to check on it or justify it, just a feeling. Trust yourself enough to know that you have feelings and they are communicating things to you. Trust yourself enough to know your thinking mind can choose to keep a thought because it's feeling good, or choose to drop a thought because it isn't making you feel good. What kind of thoughts am I talking about? Excitement about doing something, going somewhere, meeting someone. That kind of thought you can keep. A kind of thought that says, oh, I don't have enough of, that's moving towards lack thinking. That kind of thought isn't going to get you anywhere but deeper into the pain of lack. The choice is always yours. All I'm ever telling you to do is be aware, one, that you have a choice, and two, that you can pay attention to yourself. Doesn't matter what anybody ever says or whatever you hear, it only becomes real within you when you start to say it to yourself with your inner voice. That's what you should be paying the most attention to. So, stay motivated and allow yourself to become the greater person that you want to become. Titus James, always motivating. With these insight sessions, personal assistance just for you.